Hey guys, this is Al. I apologize for the audio. I did film this section outside, and the wind was just so noisy that you could barely hear anything other than the wind. It was annoying, so I'm deleting the original video and then re-uploading it to YouTube with this overlay. In any case, the Bentley's out, the fuel pump's been changed, went back to the original fuel pump, which, as you remember, I was able to free up. It was originally locked up, and I also replaced the spark plugs with NGK iridium plugs. So originally, the car started smoking pretty heavily once I replaced the pump, which had me a little bit concerned. But I remembered that I used WD-40 to help loosen up that fuel pump, and it was probably just mixing with the gas and causing a lot of smoke. Um, it did clear up. The car's outside. I'm going to give it a good wash. Obviously, getting this car out required me to get all the other cars pulled out. So my SL's out and it's going to get a wash as well. I also have my Cadillac out there, which is always fun to drive, and my CL65, and of course my daily driver, the CDI. And you can't see the Turbo R, but it's also tucked away there.
And these are the old spark plugs. You can see that they're pretty nasty. So yeah, they were due for replacement. The car still runs a little bit rough. What I did notice when I pulled the pump off this time is that fuel line that goes from the exit, from the banjo fitting out of the pump and into the fuel filter is kinked, and that could be causing a fuel pressure. That was probably my fault. I probably did that when I was tightening up the fittings, because there's no real place to put a wrench on that pump so that you can just tighten it without moving the wrench. So I may have kinked it. I didn't notice it before, but I did notice it now. And so I have a replacement pump with a pipe and a filter, the whole kind of assembly bracket on order. I found it on eBay for 140 bucks, which I thought was a pretty good deal. It's in the mail right now. I'm moving these cars around so I can get the Brooklands on the lift, and then that way I can do that job without being on the ground. So aside from that, I'm going to give this car a wash, and then I'm going to take it to the petrol station, fill it up with fresh gas. Maybe it'll run better. I think it will run better. I did leave the brakes before I pulled it out because I was worried about the braking system. It was throwing a low mineral oil, which surprised me because I did fill it up with mineral oil when it was parked, but I don't know, when these cars sit here a long time, weird things happen to it. So yeah, I'll give it a wash right now, and then I'll take it to the petrol station, see how it behaves, bring it back and report back. Hey guys, okay, I'm about done for the day. I've got the Brooklands up on the rack now. So I moved the 300 SEL where the Brooklands was in that corner. So what that's going to let me do is it's going to let me put the car up in the air so that when that fuel pump and assembly arrives with that pipe, I can swap the pipe out, because it does require you to take down the pump assembly in order to do so. Not a huge deal. It's got a full tank of gas in it now, but I have a nice little crimping tool that it's like a hose clamp that basically shuts the fuel off. So that'll do a good job of it. And it definitely ran better in the sense that there was no black smoke or anything else, grey smoke, once the fuel pumps changed. But it was very low on power, which makes me think that the kink is causing an obstruction. So it is what it is. I have a replacement on the way. If I don't get that replacement, it doesn't work out, then I'll pull one off the Azure or the Continental parts car. But I'd rather buy one because I'd rather shoot myself in the face than pull underneath one of those other cars. In any case, I'm done for the day. I think it's been a pretty good weekend. Did spark plugs, did injectors, did fuel pump. I also had the E320 CDI buffed and the headlights wet sanded and buffed out as well, so it looks really good. I think I'll probably clear the headlight lenses at some point so that it doesn't yellow out again and fade. But all in all, it's been a good day. My 500 SL is going to be next, I think. I've got to figure out what's wrong with the brakes. They're still very squidgy. I think one of the calipers is bad. I know that. So I'll get a set of rebuilt calipers for it, and then bleed the brakes properly and get this car figured out. It runs really good. You know, it runs like a train. He says, "Let money now, it won't start." I think it's got a vacuum leak because it's got a pretty high idle, and I think I know where it's coming from. It's coming from the EGR pipe that's underneath the intake manifold. So intake manifold needs to come out, and that needs to be fixed properly, because I think it was, I don't know, there was a problem with it. It had a crack on it, and when we capped it off, but I think it needs a permanent solution. So we'll take care of that. All right, well, that's me done for the day. I'm just going to pack up and go home. Thanks very much, guys. Have a wonderful week. Take care. Bye-bye.